Well, indeed, it has been a day of drama, chaos and tension as Odinga led his supporters for day 2 of the planned anti-government protests in Nairobi.
While police engaging the protesters in running battles in Kibra and Mathare, Brian Obuya reports on the developments of the day.
In the battle for the city, the police have won day 2 of the riots organized by Azimio One Kenya coalition. The leaders are pushing the government they call illegitimate to lower the cost of living. The police plan was simple but ruthlessly executed to prevent Raila and his supporters from accessing the central business district. A heavy contingent of police was deployed almost everywhere in the city. Jacaranda grounds, where Bunge la Mwananchi members meet, was home to over 40 anti-riot officers. While everything seemed okay through the morning hours, most businesses remained closed in the CBD, its outskirts and estates in Eastlands and Gong Road. No one could easily bypass the police. The law enforcers had erected roadblocks on every road into the city. Small bands of rioters who had managed to sneak into the city were quickly dispersed. Mathare was an estate under a thick cloud of tear gas and a relentless pop of exploding canisters. This was the center stage of today's action, engaging police as rallies were being addressed by Odinga and other leaders in Kawangware and Kibra. Armed police officers were engaging protesters. Angry protesters determined to take on armed police officers. Armed police officers opening a barrage of tear gas canisters, firing at the crowd. Within minutes, angry protesters were returning hot, burning tear gas back at the police, forcing the police to flee to safety. From time to time, both protesters and police had their turn to seek cover, pushed to the edge. It was almost difficult to keep up with all the developments, and not just here, but in Kibra. Vehicles were being searched. The Mathare law courts had to adjourn most of its hearings as the tinge of tear gas filled the courtroom where the battle for the main road was happening. Several tires were burning on the road. Police were firing tear gas, and so were protesters. On their part, further hurling stones at police officers. Back in Mathare, 3 people were arrested in connection with the controversially illegal protests. This child is one of 2 who were taken to the Moi Air Base for treatment after they were hit by hot-fired tear gas canisters. One person is fighting for his life at a Nairobi hospital after he was beaten black and blue by police officers.
Leo hii tuko hapa, usipofungua sawa, urudisha unga ikuwa 150 na ikuwa wewe Ruto wewe, Ruto must go. Protesters shouting anti-Ruto chants for the better part of the day in Mathare. Despite engaging police in heavy stone fire, they are pointing out what they say is heavy-handed police action against peaceful demonstrations, insisting that it is police responsible for most of the chaos witnessed today. From demands for electoral justice and the campaign against poor governance and the skyrocketing cost of living, the protests called by opposition leader Raila Odinga may be raising the stakes to contemplate exploiting what his camp calls a revolutionary moment. Brian Obuya, NTV.